Hey friends, it's Amber. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a video that many of you have DM'd and asked questions about and sent very nice comments about, and that is my lack of hair. So in July of this year, so like just about 2 months ago, I walked into a salon and told the owner there that I would like to chop all my hair off. And here we are today with all of that hair chopped off. So in this video, I'm going to give a bit of background about my hair and a little bit on my hair journey. And I'm also going to answer some of the questions that you guys sent me about my haircut via Instagram. If there's something that I don't cover, or if there's other questions you have or things you're curious about regarding my haircut, please just leave them in the comments and I will definitely answer them when I see them. Alright, so let's just start at the beginning. I have always had a very, I don't know, like nonchalant relationship with my hair. Growing up, I feel like my hair was always way more interesting to other people than it was to me, especially when I went natural. I think that's like a whole other topic, like texture discrimination and the kinds of natural hair that gets people excited. But my natural hair always seemed to get like elicit compliments and all that stuff from people. But for me, I just liked like having healthy hair, and I thought it was cool all the stuff that my hair could do. But from the moment I went natural, like I started transitioning to natural hair from relaxed hair my like sophomore or junior year of high school, and by my senior year I was completely natural. I grew it out and then slowly trimmed. I didn't do like a big chop in high school, but I always wanted to. I always wondered what I would look like with short hair if I could pull up short hair. I loved how easy it seemed that you could like cut out half of your products and half of your routine, or so I thought. I just was always super curious about it, but I was never bold enough to make that step for myself. I remember watching a YouTube video, and I wish I could remember what this video was called or who the creator was, because I would totally link it down below. But this woman was talking about how she had gone natural and transition and all that, but then she had shaved her head bald. And I just remember watching the way that she kind of like carried herself in this video, and the way that she just talked about herself and felt about her hair. And she specifically mentions when she gets in the shower for the first time with like her bald head, and the feeling of that, and that she thought every woman should experience that. I don't know what it was, but something in that like triggered something in me that was like, one day I want to know what it's like to get in the shower and not have a ton of hair between me and the water. Like, I want to know what it's like to have a short haircut and feel that and not be so attached to this like hair thing. So like I said, my hair and I've always had a pretty nonchalant relationship. I think I've taken pretty good care of my hair throughout my life, but I was never hesitant to like cut my hair. Like I remember in high school, my mom once dropped me off at the salon to get a relaxer touch-up. I think I was still getting perms at that time. So like a relaxer touch-up and a trim, but she didn't stay with me. And as soon as she left, I told the girl, like, I want a bob. And looking back, if I find pictures, I'll pop a few in. Was it the best look for me? Because I also got a pretty blunt bang. I've been cuter. But it was no big deal for me to like lose 4 inches of hair. But for me to go like as short as I am now was just, it always seemed like whoa, like too far of a step. My older sister is also always like yelling at me for cutting my hair. She hasn't seen this in person yet. When I would just, as I was like in college and stuff, I would always be like, oh, my hair is getting too long, and I would like cut 3 inches off in the bathroom by myself, which I do not recommend unless you know what you're doing and or feel comfortable with the fact that I'm pretty sure for the last like 8 years my hair has been just not level, like completely uneven, but it has worked. You get a lot of grace when your hair is curlier, but it's been, don't cut your own hair unless you know what you're doing. People around me were always telling me like, stop chopping all your hair off, let your hair grow out. But I just like, doing my hair was a lot. It would take me a long time to do my hair. For me to like wash, detangle, and then like style it for the week, like on that wash day, like that's easily a couple of hours. I know I'm not the only one. A lot of you can relate to having a wash day and not just having to run in and wash your hair. And I was just like sick of it. I needed a break. I'm trying to do all these things and I have to spend hours washing my hair, and then when I don't have time to wash my hair, it will be in these buns forever, and I'm like, is this really healthy? Am I even treating my hair well right now? So all of those things, and the fact that I've always had this desire to have shorter hair, to see if I could pull it off has always been just like in the back of my mind. And it all just kind of came to a head this summer. I'm pretty open and candid online about like my therapy journey, my mental health journey, and you guys see that I've been working so hard on just feeling better and doing better and being my best self. And I think I just reached a point this summer where I was like, you're putting so much work on the inside. What's something that you can do to reflect that self-work on the outside? And I was just sitting in my house and I was like, you know, you've had all these good things happen and you had some rough moments, and you're changing and you're transforming. You need to cut your hair this year. I'm the kind of person where I'm very good at talking myself out of things. So I knew that as soon as I was like, yes, I'm doing this, I couldn't tell a bunch of people. I could not like make an announcement. I could not like let myself linger on it too long, because I would eventually talk myself out of it. Because for as long as I've wanted to have short hair, I've been talking myself out of having a short haircut like this, telling myself like, oh, your face is too round, or you're gonna get bored of it, or what if you hate it and then you're stuck with short hair and it takes forever to grow back? Like forcing this attachment to my hair that I didn't even honestly have. So I made the decision. I sat here, I said, you know what, I'm cutting my hair. I reached out to a friend who owns a natural hair store. I will link her store in the description box because I'm also going to talk about the products I'm using. But I texted her and I said, do you know anyone who can do a tapered cut on me as soon as possible? She recommended a salon in South Philly, which is the salon that I ended up going to. It's called Grant & Co. I definitely recommend them. The stylist and owner, Renata, cut my hair, and she is just the like nicest, kindest, sweetest person ever. I loved it. She did such a great job with my cut, and I would definitely be going back to go get this maintained. Okay, so let's talk about the process now that you kind of know the background story of me and my hair and how I came to make the decision to cut it. I scheduled a consultation with Renata at Grant & Co. for probably like a couple of days after I texted my friend that I wanted to cut my hair. So I went in and she asked me what I was thinking, and I just told her like I want to chop it all off. But there was still something like in the back of my head like, don't cut it all off. And I told her I wanted a nice tapered cut that was long enough that if I hated it, I can go get emergency braids the same day. Like basically my mindset was you can always get braids. So if you hate it, you just go get braids, you wear the braids until your hair grows out, and then no one even has to know you cut your hair, you didn't like it. Like that was my like emergency like strategic backup plan. So I showed her some photos that I had saved, and what I loved about my consultation with her was that she was very realistic with me about what styles and what cuts from the photos that I had saved would actually realistically work with my hair texture. Like you have to remember when you have highly textured hair, whether it's kinkier or coily or curly, that when you cut your hair, it does kind of change the way that your hair reacts because of the weight. Like curls, the longer it is, it weighs down a little bit, so when you cut that off, your curl is going to change a little bit. So we looked through a ton of pictures, a ton of styles and cuts, and I also talked to her about kind of what my expectations were from a style perspective. I knew that part of cutting my hair, I wanted to have freedom from a hair routine. I didn't want to have to do a twist out every night to have like a maintained style. I wanted to be able to really wash and go, like not doing the wash and goes that take you like 13 products, 10 steps, in 2 hours. Like I wanted to get in the shower, get out, maybe put one or two more things, like throw a gel in and go. And I wanted that freedom in my hair. So we talked things out and we made an appointment for the following week for me to come get my hair cut. And I only told at this point, I told my parents because I knew that if I just popped up with no hair, they would think I was like going through a quarter life crisis, which they wouldn't be wrong. And I told my best friend, two of my best friends, and I think I told one of my coworkers, because I'm also really bad at keeping secrets. I can't keep anything from anyone, so I had to tell somebody. It was like burning me up inside, but so that's all I told. And then I just went and I did it. I'm gonna insert some clips from the day that I cut my hair. These were like the first couple of cuts that we made. Chop, chop, chop.
Y'all recording it?
Yes. Oh my God. Well, here we go. No turning back now.
Are we ready or what?
Ooh. Woo! Bye, hair.
Call me though if you need something important.
I will.
You know what I mean?
You know I'm straight.
I want to know how you doing anyway.
I know. Same here.
Me and Mike are getting somewhere closer.
Overall, I would say from start to finish, it took maybe like, honestly, I don't even know, like, I guess like 2-ish hours, maybe an hour and a half. Like, we had to cut it, and then she washed me, and then she styled it for me, and I had to like let it dry under the dryer for a bit. So I was probably there for close to 2 hours, but the actual cutting process was really quick because it was just by hair. And Renata made me feel completely comfortable. Like, I never felt like I was not in control of the length. I think at one point we actually had the back longer, and then I told her she can cut off a little bit more, which shocked us both, I think. That was the process. I will link the salon, Grant & Co. It's located right in South Philly, like right off of the Broad Street line. It's super easy to get to, and I know they do a lot of styles there. They're also specialized in locks, so if you're interested in locking your hair and you're local to Philadelphia or South Jersey, like definitely check them out. I saw like 3 people before me, before I got my hair cut, got their hair retwisted, and Renata just like kills it. But there are several stylists there that you could see, but I definitely recommend their salon. Now I'm gonna jump into some of your questions. I know the first question, the one that I got asked the most, was what products are you using on your hair and what my hair type or curl pattern is. So let's start with like, what is your hair type and curl pattern? I don't know if you can really see, it is pretty well lit in my house right now, but I have about 7 trillion different curl patterns on my head, which is one of the things that the stylist commented on when she was cutting and styling. It's like, wow, I've never seen this mashup of textures. But I think for the most part, my hair, it would be like a 4A, 4B if you're using like the naturally curly curl typing system. It's looser in the front, and in the crown of my head it's very loose. Like, you can probably see there are some pieces that look like they're almost more like waves than actual curls, and my hair has always been like that. For a long time I thought it was like residual damage from relaxers or heat products, but this is just the texture that this hair grows out. I chopped it all off and it grew back that way, so that's just what it is. So yeah, that is my curl type. But I think that when it comes to knowing like what your hair texture is and needs, you just have to kind of, one, pay attention to your hair, know what it responds well to, and just do the basics, like keep it moisturized, don't crazy detangle it, don't use excessive amounts of heat. So I think those things are more important than the actual hair typing system. Onto the products. When it comes to my products, I honestly didn't have to change that much, which I'm very grateful for. Hair washing, like shampoo and conditioner, I don't really have a staple. I would say I go through a couple of different ones that are pretty consistent and work well for me. When it comes to conditioners, I swear by the Aussie Moist 3-Minute Miracle as like a good co-washing conditioner, or even a deep conditioner. I always have a bottle of that in my shower, and that's pretty common, so I didn't feel the need to like bring them out and whatever. And shampoo, I'll pretty much use whatever shampoo I have on hand. I think I've been using one by Pantene, the one that's for curly hair, which is fine. My favorite shampoo is the Jamaican Black Castor Oil shampoo by Shea Moisture, but I'm not like, when it comes to washing and conditioning, I feel like as long as it doesn't leave your hair feeling stripped or that you can't like detangle it because it doesn't give you enough slip, then it's fine. I'm not super picky when it comes to those things. But styling products, I am, so I'm gonna get into some of those. So what I've been doing lately are basically just wash and goes. This is a wash and go that I did like maybe an hour ago, and it is a true wash and go. I will shampoo if I need to, or just co-wash my hair, and then I apply a leave-in conditioner. Since cutting my hair, I've been using the Red Palm Oil and Cocoa Butter line by Shea Moisture. This is a leave-in or rinse-out conditioner, which I like because it's super, super heavy. Like, you can see that there's no product like falling because it's so thick. Like, you really have to, it is a thick conditioner, and I love that. It says it is for curly, coily, shrinkage-prone hair, and it has flaxseed oil in it, which is great because it helps to kind of get that initial curl definition in for me. I also have the like curling pudding from this line, which I will use sometimes, and that's what I would use to do my coils. So I've had great success with this. Definitely recommend it, and I usually have no problem with Shea Moisture products, and you can find this pretty much anywhere, CVS, Target, all of that. I'll follow that product up with an oil. I've been using the oil multi-use pure oil blend from Melanin Hair Care since it came out. I love this oil. It's so lightweight. I use it pretty consistently, and I'm still not even halfway through the bottle, which is great because a little goes such a long way. It has baobab oil, argan oil, and vitamin E. I use this on my hair and my body, by the way. I will definitely be repurchasing this oil. I love it so much, and it just gives my hair a shine and a softness, and just really feels like it's nurturing. And because of the bottle it comes in, it's really easy if you just need to get something in on your scalp too. So I definitely recommend this oil. And then I just go in with a gel. There's a few different gels that I've been cycling through, but I think my favorite is the Curly Magic Curl Stimulator by Uncle Funky's Daughter. I think this is very similar to the Camille Rose Natural Curl Maker. I like it better because the Camille Rose Natural for me would always leave my hands sticky and my hair sticky because it has so many of those natural sticky ingredients like marshmallow and agave. This also has some of those, but it doesn't leave that residual stickiness for me. This is what I have in my hair right now. It gives a great curl definition. It lasts for the week. Like, I would say that when I do my wash and go, unless I want to wash my hair again, I can make this last and stretch for at least a week with this product in. And I'll just maybe reapply it to the back because sometimes that needs a little bit of extra definition just to get those little curls like popping a bit. But I really like this product so much. And it's a huge bottle. It is a little pricier as far as like hair care or hairstylers go, but it's also 18 fluid ounces, and I think I paid $25 around that for this. But I've used it pretty consistently, like week over week, and I still have maybe like this much left in the bottle, like over half of it. So definitely recommend this gel if you're looking for a really good light natural styler, that gel that won't leave your hair crunchy, because I hate that. And lastly, I've been using this Whoa Sun, where you at though? And lastly, when I need to refresh my curls, I've been using this Tailored Beauty moisturizing mist. So literally I'll just like spray it on my hair in the morning and then like shake it out a little bit, or use a pick to pick it out a little bit, and it just helps to like revive your hair after you've been sleeping on it all night essentially. I have like this much left in this, and I've been using it. I actually started using this before I cut my hair. I think I used it when I still had twist in, maybe, or maybe not, but it smells like so good. It smells like bubble gum. The same thing with the Shea Moisture product. That smells so good, but this just smells like candy, and I really like it. But it's not like sickeningly sweet, but it does have a strong scent. So if you're not a scent in your hair person, you probably won't like this one because it does linger a little bit longer than the others do. But it's great. It has a nice little bit of moisture, especially if like it's been so hot that by the time I get like back in the house, I feel like my hair has been brutalized by the sun. So this has helped with that as well. But that's pretty much all I've been using. A lot of you asked what the reactions have been to my cut. My parents both love it. I would say my dad loves it. My mom is okay with it, or she likes it, but she just has like, I think she thinks I look more like her with longer hair, which she's not wrong. My dad loves it. My sister loves it. My younger sister loves it. All of my friends, everyone's giving me really positive feedback, and personally I think I look great. I have never felt more confident than I do with this haircut. I just feel like it just makes, there's nothing to hide behind. It's so bold, and I think you have to have a little bit of confidence to carry yourself in a way that stops you from being like traditionally pretty, because I think that when we think of what makes a feminine, beautiful woman, we do add hair to that list. But yeah, I feel great with it, and I have no regrets about cutting it. A few people did ask specifically, do I think that I get different attention from men with shorter hair? The answer is yes. I think I get catcalled less, which is interesting. Still happens, but much less frequently. And I think it takes, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but overall, yes, I do notice that I get a different reaction from men than when I had longer, bigger hair, but not in a way that makes me feel like men are not attracted to me anymore, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. All right, so I think I answered all of your questions, but like I said, if I missed anything, or if there's anything that I said that makes you curious about other things, please just leave your questions in the comments and I will definitely get back to you. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I post new videos every single week. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with a friend who's thinking about cutting her hair or his hair, or someone who's recently done a cut, or if you've recently cut your hair, leave me a comment and let me know how your experience with your new short do has been. And yeah, that's it from me, and I will see you all in the next video.